Shove it, man!
Alright, it's the Hawk. So I was about to check out Slammiversary 2022, but then a few days earlier on Impact, this happened.
Coming into the ring by D'Lo Brown, representing Aces and Eights, Garrett Bischoff, and West Briscoe!
Jesus Christ. Ugh. Why would they do this on their 20-year anniversary? Why would they bring back these two scrubs, the two worst members of the roster? They might as well hire Rob the Roider and create a faction of the three worst wrestlers in Impact history. That's the route they're going right now. The fucking Aces and Eights are back, and it's the two worst members, and D'Lo Brown, who doesn't even make sense because he was kicked out of that group last time. Not a good way to get us hyped for Slammiversary 2022. Oh, fine. It's 1 AM in the UK. I can't say I've stayed up and watched too many pay-per-views in the last 10 years of my life. This will be the first one. It's 1 AM in the UK, so if I look a bit tired, that'll be why. There's no need to cry. So let's get into this TNA Impact Slammiversary 2022, the 20th year anniversary. And this one is coming from the old fairgrounds, so nice old school TNA vibe we've got going here. No one. That's a really cool intro package to the start of TNA. You've got interviews with all the old wrestlers, you've got clips of all their biggest moments. Whoever put this thing together, give them a raise because it was great. It made me feel hyped for the show. It's great to be back in the old arena, the old fairgrounds. There's a lot of people who look like they've been left over from the old shows, to be honest. These people have not aged well. Man, what the hell happened to Trey Miguel since I last saw him? He was just a little stoner kid hanging out in the treehouse. Now he just looks like a weirdo. What happened to him? Oh, not Andrew Everett again. Jesus Christ, not this guy. So apparently Jack Evans was supposed to be in this Ultimate X match, but instead we have Andrew Everett. A man who I closely associate with when TNA was just unbearably bad. It was so downhill at that point. Not his fault, but he's going to be in this Ultimate X match along with Trey Miguel. Kenny King, hopefully no botches from him in this Ultimate X match. Remember when he was in the X division, it didn't go great, did it? No clue who Alex Zane is. I've never seen him before. He looks like a bit of a weirdo and he keeps curling his little red hairs around. Speedball, Mike Bailey. No idea who he is, but he's bringing the mullet back. Still waiting to be impressed by this Ace Austin guy, but he's the defending X division champion, so we'll see if he brings anything good to this match. Whoa! Fair play, fair play. Oh! Far! Alright, straight away, I've got to say, this Alex Zane guy looks pretty decent. I've not seen him before, but he looks so agile up there. This match looks like it was made for him. Oh! Kenny King, I've always liked this guy, the King of the Night. Let's do it, Kenny, let's do it. Oh! Couple of nice dives to the outside going on this match, but Trey Miguel still looks like a weirdo. So this is what I don't like about the X Division, when they try and do these convoluted spots. Ace Austin's fighting some guy on the ring apron, neither of them can hit each other. It eventually ends with a net breaker on the ring apron. Andrew Everett with a nice snap German suplex on the ring apron, can't hate on that. Oh! Woo! Andrew Everett with a lovely corkscrew dive to the outside to hit all the guys at once. Alex Zane with a nice flurry of moves in the corner. He hits the reverse Rana and a suplex. He's looking good. I'm impressed with this guy so far. We get a blockbuster powerbomb combination on the little rascal. Gotta love that. What is this? What is this gonna be? Oh! I can't even begin to describe that from Mike Bailey. That is absolutely insane. Falling from the ropes, taking out all the guys. Never seen that before. What a tower spot. Oh. Oh, they all go down but one. Trey Miguel with a Canadian destroyer from the top. That is absolutely madness. This match is great so far. Crowd seem to want Speedball Mike Bailey to win this one. They're very behind him. So I guess the mullet is officially making a comeback. So Andrew Everett manages to end up on top of the ropes, but then he's sent down to the floor by leg scissors. Jesus Christ, this is madness. So the match ends seconds later. Speedball Mike Bailey wins it. The commentary say that he's got to get down with the belt to the floor to win the match, but they just ring the bell anyway whilst he's still up on the ropes celebrating. So congratulations to Mike Bailey, a good opener there. So we get a classy touch now. They pay respects to Bob Ryder, who passed away 2 years ago. I'm really enjoying this show so far. They really are paying respect to the olden days, which is something I complained about whenever I've watched Impact lately. I say there's no resemblance to the old product anymore, but this is all about the old TNA product. For some reason, we meet the French commentary team, and one of them has the worst haircut I've ever seen. He's bald, but he still has some hairs left on his head. Give it up, mate. It's over. Give it up. You're bald. Deal with it. Now we have an incredibly rare sighting. A pregnant man is in the crowd. How? Look at this guy. We check in with Scott Hudson, who used to be a backstage interviewer for TNA. The years have not been kind to this man, bless him. Hudson and Kaz have a nice interview. Kaz is from AEW, by the way, if you didn't know. That's where you can catch Kaz if you like him. He cuts a really good promo, to be fair. In fact, the Machine Guns and Kaz both do, so it's good to see that their promo skills have really improved. He hasn't got much to say to Nick Aldis, though. He simply goes, "Nick, how can I help?" Aldis is really respectful to TNA. He basically thanks them for his career and says if it wasn't for them, he wouldn't be who he is today. They won't reveal who their secret partner is, but Nick Aldis says it's a no-brainer when we saw him on the list. So if TNA pull one of their famous disappointment reveals, that would be perfect right now, wouldn't it? It's probably going to be like Tito Ortiz or Rob Terry, Anarchia, Chavo Guerrero. It's going to be someone like that, isn't it? Holy crap, Sting! The Stinger, Steve Borden! So it's just an interview of Sting. He basically just talks us through his history of being in TNA and just how much he loved it. And he talks about how much he loved the Joker Sting character, which isn't everyone's cup of tea, but he seemed to like it, so who cares? I liked it too. Coming up next, it's a piss break match, but we're only one match in, so I don't need a piss. Damn you, TNA. So the Knockouts tag team titles still seem to be a thing. I can't even remember them existing since I've started watching TNA again in the recent times. That's weird. So Rosemary will team up with the Human Urinal Taya Valkyrie to take on the Influence. It's Gap-Eyed Bitch, Madison Rain, and Plain Jane. I've forgotten her name.
Could be looking for the collab here. The Influence, the collab, there it is.
The fucking Influence. They have this move called the collab. It looks so fake. They're air kissing each other and then they hit what looks like the stroke. That was not pay-per-view worthy. So Taya and Rosemary win. It was a piss break match. Let's move on. Oh, no way. Kurt Angle. There he is, the legend. He doesn't have that much to say. He just says, here's to another 20 years. Thanks for coming, Kurt. Up next, we've got, I believe, a Monsters Ball match between Moose and Sammy Callahan. Moose is being a dick to the whole Impact roster, and Sammy Callahan has returned from an injury to take him out, and it's just gone from there, really. They're really playing up that old formula that before a Monsters Ball match, the two competitors have to stay in a locked room with no food or water for 24 hours, and Moose does not like it. Sammy Callahan, on the other hand, really likes it, and he comes out saying it was easy, he's going to live in there from now on. So it's a Mankind boiler room gimmick. Oh, here we go. Sammy Callahan's on a roll so far tonight. Moose is going to do his little fist pumping entrance and he just walks up behind him and hits him and starts doing it for him. So Sammy's dominating with some trays and then he does his thumbs up, ass down thing, and then when he turns around, Moose smacks him in the face with a trash can lid. Moose hasn't been able to eat or drink for 24 hours because he's been locked in that room, so he grabs a hot dog and a water from a girl at ringside. He takes a bite of it and then throws it at her. What a waste of food that is. So Sammy Callahan's got Moose by the eyelids and Moose just frights him off by just picking him up and hitting the rock bottom on the ring apron. So nice, he does it twice on the other apron. He hits the rock bottom, not once, not twice, but thrice, and he puts him through a table and it sure wasn't nice. They're in the ring now for the first time and they're throwing chairs into each other's faces like complete morons. Moose tries to go for the spear. Sammy Callahan blocks it by holding up a trash can and Moose goes into the can. Moose remains in the trash can for 2 minutes while Sammy Callahan goes and fetches a door with barbed wire sewn onto it. We get a little botch now as Moose tries his little run up to the turnbuckle thing. Sammy tries to cover it by grabbing his eyelids, but it's obvious that he messed it up here. They move on really quickly though because Sammy Callahan pushes Moose out of the ring off the top turnbuckle and he crashes to the outside, goes for a table. Didn't see that one coming. It's at this point I realise Callahan is great, isn't he? They've really been missing him on the show. I think it's September when we last saw him on the show. It is really great to have him back. He's got so much charisma. He's just great fun to watch. Oh. Not the thumbtacks. Anything but that. Okay, that was a really nice thumbtack spot, to be fair. Moose sky highs him from the top rope into the thumbtacks. I've not seen that done before. It looked brutal. Moose somehow has thumbtacks in his ass, which gives new meaning to the name, Don't Look at My Ass. He's going to put him through the table. He's going through that barbed wire board any second now. Here we go. Big Moose. Oh, it's blocked. Back body drop, no. Oh! Both guys still kicking out though at 2. Sammy Callahan wants to have a trash can lid fight, so he gives Moose a trash can lid and he looks completely perplexed by this. They then proceed to smash each other in the head unprotected with trash can shots. Brutal. Moose goes to hit Sammy Callahan. Callahan doesn't think it's hard enough and he screams, I said hit me, bitch! Moose kicks out of a pile driver into the tacks. So Sammy Callahan power bombs Moose from the top onto an upright trash can. That looked brutal, and then he pile drivers him straight away. Moose kicks out at 1 and starts screaming no at him. What the hell? Seconds later, Sammy Callahan gets a little barbed wire back thing and starts smacking Moose with it, and then he hits a pile driver into the mat, and that is the 3 this time. Wasn't expecting Sammy to win this match, but I guess it is his return match, so he's got to get something out of it. Don't know where Moose goes from here though now. Is he done with TNA? Maybe. So we're 1 hour into the show now. Not gonna lie, I'm feeling tired. The Hawk needs some coffee. My normal routine is I get up quite early in the morning and I go to the gym. That sure as hell ain't happening tomorrow morning. Or this morning. Although I have this little rule where it's not the next day until you've gone to sleep. That should be a real thing, I reckon. Alright, the Hawk's back. I've got myself a nice cup of coffee to help me get through this. And I also picked up this lovely tray of cherries. Cherries are so underrated to me. I could eat these all day, every day. They are beautiful. Let's get this show back on the road. I haven't been watching Impact that much lately, and I've missed out on this Briscoe Good Brothers feud. But this looks pretty funny of the stuff that's happened so far. People chasing people with machetes on a farm. Yeah, sign me up for that. That sounds entertaining. So we get the interesting fact now that Mark Briscoe has just welcomed his 7th child into the world. God, how's he had that much time to be able to do that? We get one of those convoluted things where the bold boys are just hanging out on the outside waiting to be dived on. I really hate this spot when people do that. What the hell are they doing? Waiting to grow some hairs on the head? They'll be waiting a while. One of the Briscoes also hits an elbow drop off the ring apron. Pretty cool start to this match though. It's not meant to be no DQ, but they just seem to be doing whatever the hell they want. One of the Briscoes is literally in the ring playing with a chair and the ref's just ignoring him. So is he just letting it all go? Dunno. Don't care. One of the Briscoes hits a nice Sabu inspired chair dive out the ring, so props to him for that. I have to say I'm surprised with this one. The Briscoes are absolutely dominating. I don't think I've seen the Bold Brothers do a single thing here. Oh! The cab driver slam! The cab driver slam! It's over! It almost ends when the Good Brothers hit a 3D2. I haven't seen that move in a while. And then there's a spear and a roll-up, but the Good Brother manages to kick out. I thought that was over then. The Briscoes with a powerbomb neckbreaker combination, but it's just a 2. Surprisingly, this one's quite a short match. The Good Brothers win with the Magic Killer moments after the last highlights. So they are now the tag team champions, the Bold Brothers. This was my first real exposure to the Briscoes, and I like the long-haired one. I think he's cool. I mean, he's a bit of a hippie, but I think he's quite good to watch. He has some cool moves. It was an okay match. Nothing more than a sort of 6 out of 10, though. Oh, no way! America's Most Wanted! Holy shit! James Storm and Braden Walker are back. Holy shit! Harris is looking a lot healthier, like he's put on a bit of muscle because he was looking really skinny. He's very fat in the face still, but he can't really help that. You can't help where weight loss comes off. Poor Chris Harris. It's great to see them back. I don't know why I'm saying this. I just want to correct the commentary team here. They say America's Most Wanted were on the first ever TNA pay-per-view together. No, they weren't. They were in separate matches. Sorry, guys. James Storm basically says, seeing as you've already all been fighting, it's time to do some drinking. And this gets the TNA chant from the crowd. I can't believe Storm's back on Impact. I'm loving this. He doesn't let Chris Harris have a beer because he gives him a bottle of water because Harris has had some DUI problems lately. I think they did something similar to this with Kurt Angle back in the day with TNA. It was great. I love it when they touch on real life things and make a joke out of it.
Sorry!
We get a really weird segment now. It's about Mike Tenay and Don West. It's basically a package of everything they've done, but they're playing this really sad music throughout the whole thing. I thought they were going to turn around and say they died or something, but they haven't. I don't know who produced this, but it was weird. Okay, so it turns out Don West does have some health problems now, so donate to that fund, because I love Don West. Okay, so now it's one of the matches I've really been waiting for. It's the ROH guys versus the TNA Originals, plus their secret partner. Who's going to be the secret partner? I don't know, let's find out. Christy Hemme in the house. Highest paid knockout, and she didn't barely wrestle. Scott D'Amore is here doing his Team Canada gimmick, so it's making me think that Petey Williams is going to be the mystery partner. Would that make sense? It'd be a bit of a letdown, to be honest. I love Petey, but still a letdown. So, Maria's looking very fine tonight, and I'm thinking, how has Mike Bennett managed to pull Maria? Like, I still can't get over that. And then, do you know what they do? They zoom in on her ass. It wouldn't be a TNA celebration show without doing that. Harken back to the old production style right there. Not complaining though. So this is quite cool. So Kazarian's obviously on the TNA team. It zooms in and shows Tracy Brooks, his wife, who he gives a kiss. And also Earl Hebner, who he doesn't give a kiss. Okay, so we've got the Impact guys we knew about. It's Kazarian, the Motor City Machine Guns, and Nick Aldis. But who's going to be their partner? Let's find out. Oh no, I know that music. That's Dixie Carter, isn't it? Oh no. Oh no. Dixie Carter. Jesus Christ. She looks like a witch off a horror film. Okay, here we go. Here we go, here we go. She's going to announce the 5th member of the Impact Originals. Oh, no. Oh, not Davey Richards. What a disappointment. Jesus Christ. I couldn't think of a more disappointing person. One of those bloody wolves when the product was going down the shit zone. Oh, no. We've already got Eddie Slapnut Edwards. We don't need his partner. I mean, it makes sense in storyline perspective because you're going to have these 2 former tag team partners go at it now in the ring, but it's not really that big a deal because they've already feuded like 5 times. Davey Richards. I might contact Fight TV for my money back. And just like that, I don't care about this match anymore. I'm sorry. But I don't really associate Davey Richards as a TNA guy. He should be on the other team. It's going alright, but then Eddie Slapnut Edwards and Davey Richards square off in the ring, and I just don't care. The pace really quickens after a while, and everyone starts hitting big dives, and the Motor City Machine Guns start doing their famous tag team moves. It's a pretty cool match. I'm just struggling to care, I'm sorry. Oh look, Slapnuts and Davey Richards are squaring off again. Who cares? This could be a piss break for me. Instead, I'll call it a cherry break. I've eaten about 50 of these cherries so far, I don't know. Aldis gets completely destroyed. He gets a frog splash, and then Matt Taven hits him with the Swanton Bomb.
Dude, I was watching Slammiversary 2022, man. And this dude, Matt Taven, he stole my Swanton Bomb finishing maneuver, man. Man, I'm going back to Carolina. And I'm going to tell my stoner friend Shannon all about you, Taven. The highlight of the match is probably Tracy clotheslining Maria Kanellis. It's good to see that. PCO's kicking out of everything. He kicks out of a top rope flux capacitor. Oh no! Oh no! D'Lo Brown. Oh, what is going on? Kenny King comes into the ring. D'Lo Brown comes down the ramp. Earl Hebner's going nuts. Sky High! D'Lo Brown with the Sky High on Kenny King. D'Lo's dominating. It's like watching Hulk Hogan against the Aces and Eights in 2014. Wait a minute. Don't do it, TNA.
Don't do it. Oh, he falls. He falls. D'Lo falls. He's still trying. Oh. Oh. That is the heaviest lowdown I've ever seen. I mean, I guess D'Lo would fit in on this team quite nicely. He's been wrestling in TNA since 2003. It's Earl Hebner. So everyone hits their finishers, but the ref's out. So they get Earl Hebner to come into the ring. 1, 2, 3. Alright, I'm not going to lie. By the end of that match, I loved it. It was great fun. Because we don't need to see them ever again on our screens. Holy crap. AJ Styles. Jesus Christ. Wow, I can't believe WWE let AJ Styles appear. That's crazy. What did TNA have to do? Sell them their whole tape library? AJ Styles talks about the Unbreakable Freeway from 2005. He sounds like a character off The Walking Dead. So Styles rounds it off by saying, thank you to the WWE for letting me appear. They understand this is a big moment for me. Here's to the next 20 years, TNA. It's a shame they couldn't get some of these guys to appear in person, but I know it's not always going to be possible. It was great to see AJ. I mean, I just don't think this show would have really worked without an appearance from him. He is the main character in TNA overall. You know, no one had more of an effect. He won some fan vote as well, which confirmed that the fans believe he was the biggest TNA star of all time as well. Alright, the birds are chirping, but there's only one hawk. It's time for the knockouts match. It's time for my testosterone boost. Come on, Jordan Grace, let's do it. Alright, so it'll be a Queen of the Mountain match. First ever, I believe. We all remember the King of the Mountain concept thanks to Slapnuts, don't we? Mickie James will be the special referee here, for some reason. Is it me, or has Jordan Grace been on the roids? She's absolutely massive. She's bigger than half the guys on the roster. She makes men look small. Okay, so right here we've got Tasha Steelz defending the belt up against Deonna Purrazzo, Jordan Grace, Chelsea Green, and Mia Yim. There's no need to grin. It starts out quite frantic. Everyone's hitting dives to the outside. Then it all goes wrong. Chelsea Green covers Tasha Steelz. The ref classes it as a 2 count. Then she just covers her again and it's somehow a 3 count. And everyone looks confused and they stop. Tasha Steelz, the defending champion, is the first lady to go into the cage. Mia Yim's the next lady to get eligible for this match after hitting a German suplex bridging on Chelsea Green. Not going well for poor Tasha Steelz. Deonna Purrazzo snaps her arm off and now she taps out and she has to go in the cage. There's no need to rage. Oh god. Oh! Oh god. Oh! Yeah, so we get a pretty cool exchange there. So Chelsea shunts Tasha Steelz into the ladder with her foot. Then she turns around and she gets absolutely blasted by Mia Yim, who's diving with a drop kick off the cage. That's cool. I think Mia Yim's trying to kill herself in this match. She hits a big plancher out the ring off the ladder onto 2 girls. Crazy. Oh! Package pile driver by Mia Yim on Jordan Grace on the outside. I have a feeling Mia Yim's going to win this one. She's being booked real strong. Little rule in King of the Mountain that I forgot. Falls count anywhere, so Jordan Grace gets covered on the outside. She has to go in the box now. Mickie James is a dick because Chelsea Green wants to climb the ladder and win the match, but she stops her and hits her with the chick kick. Oh! Oh, ho, ho, ho. Yeah, so Purrazzo hits a power bomb off the ladder on Mia Yim. Onto a ladder. Mia Yim, the MVP of this match by far. It doesn't matter if she wins or not now. Oh god. Oh no. Oh no. Jordan Grace, Chelsea Green off the ladder. Oh, through the table. Jesus Christ, I was not expecting that. These ladies are insane. Match of the night by a country mile so far. Now Jordan Grace hits a deadlift German on Mia Yim. And Tasha Steelz just kind of lies on top of them. And this is declared a double pin. So now both Jordan Grace and Tasha Steelz are eligible. Jordan Grace hits a muscle buster off the ladder. Shout out to Samoa Joe. That was cool that she did that. Jordan Grace on top of the ladder. She's going to do it. She's hanging the belt. Come on, Jordan. Yes. Hang that thing. Come on, Jordan. Yes. Stop shaking your head and get on with it. Well, she never clipped it, but she's won apparently. So that's fine. Shout out Jordan Grace. I love Jordynne Grace, so I'm glad that she's won this match because I think she has real star potential. And with this muscle she's packing on, you know, who could be a believable threat to her at this point? I'm sorry for Tasha Steelz. Like, I don't understand the hype behind her. She brought the least to this match. She's small. She's not that attractive. She doesn't seem like she's that good at promo. So I don't understand why she's been pushed so heavily. But it doesn't matter because Jordynne Grace wins the match. And that was an excellent knockouts match. Match of the night altogether as well. I'm so happy for these girls. They put on an amazing show. And some of the bumps they took were absolutely insane. You would never have got girls taking bumps like this. I mean, if they can wrestle like this, I mean, people should take women's wrestling more seriously. I know there's a lot of guys out there who still won't take it seriously. But they just out-wrestled the men here. Holy crap, it's Goldilocks. So she interviews the lady who's won knockout of all time, and it's Gail Kim. Not that interesting because she's been on TNA throughout the years recently. I thought it was going to be someone more interesting like Velvet Sky or Kong or someone like that would have been a lot more interesting. Is it me or is Gail Kim like not aged a day since I last saw her? Yeah, she just thanks Impact. It's pretty boring. Standard Gail Kim stuff. Goldilocks has a necklace on that says her name. They act like they're best friends. I'm pretty sure they were never in the company at the same time. Correct me if I'm wrong on that one. It's just the main event left now. So Eric Young's challenging for the world title, which belongs to that bold guy, Josh Alexander. What happened to the reverse battle royal? I thought we were doing a reverse battle royal. I thought it was going to be funny. Why isn't that on the show? I was looking forward to reviewing that. Okay, so I've since learnt that the battle royal was bumped onto the pre-show. So the master of the cab driver slam actually appeared in TNA, but it was bumped to the pre-show. Shark Boy won the reverse battle royal. I'll put the footage up if I can get it. If not, shove it. So I don't really care about the main event and I'm tired now, but I'll watch it anyway, so here goes. So we're only a few minutes into this one. I can already see what they're going for. They're trying to use TNA moves from wrestlers of the past, so we get like the BME. Eric Young hits a roof bomb. But then, tragedy struck. It's 5 in the morning, I want to go to bed, and as you can see, it stopped working. So, to hell with it. I don't know what happened there. I'm sure it was a great match. I've looked it up and I can tell you that Josh Alexander won the match after hitting a move on a board. So, that's it. That's the end of the show. Kind of disappointed. I thought Impact would do a little bit more to push the boundaries and stuff like that, but it was just an average show. It felt short, in fact. I know I skipped out the last match, but still. I didn't really care about it either, that last match, so I just felt down when I got to it. I was like, oh, is that it? Is that the show? Now, as far as matches go, the best one by far was the Knockouts match. That Queen of the Mountain match was insane. I can't believe some of the stuff Mia Yim was doing. That match was great. I loved it. The tag title match was okay, and the opening Ultimate X match was okay as well. They were both just a little bit too short to get into the sort of amazing territory, but it was good stuff, and I enjoyed some of the nostalgia in the ROH versus TNA match. That was quite cool as well. But I think there were some factors missing, and it would have been nice to have a Christopher Daniels or a Samoa Joe return, but instead we got fucking Davey Richards, who they can say what they want, but I don't associate him as a TNA guy, and you shouldn't either. So my final grade for TNA Slammiversary 2022 is a C. It was middle of the road. There was no bad matches, but it was all just pretty average apart from the Knockouts Queen of the Mountain match. So you should probably not bother watching it. Just check out the highlights if you want to see it. But there was nothing must-see here, and nothing crazy was going on. There was no major storylines. The Aces and Eights didn't do anything. Hopefully Garrett and Wes are gone now following that Impact. Who knows? But D'Lo Brown was probably the funniest part of the show. I loved him botching, trying to get up on that top turnbuckle to do the frog splash. That was great stuff. But yeah, I'm absolutely exhausted now. I'm going to go to bed. This video should be coming out on Monday. I'll stick to my normal schedule and get a video out Wednesday if possible. I don't like to mess you guys around. Thanks for watching Shove It Squad, and good night.